How's it going, Sven Squad? MrHulthen here, and today we're going to do something that's a little bit different. After conversing a little bit with my friend Ben Lowe, also known as the person responsible for Mass Effect Andromeda's Lost Quarian arc / The Reaper's Return story idea, I've decided to cover some more of his stuff. And if you're thinking, oh, well I guess that means that it's just fan-made stuff then, let me stop you right there.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Even if his version of the Quarian arc DLC was fan-made, Ben did in fact work on Mass Effect Andromeda. Officially, might I add. So what I'm about to show you is what we actually missed out on. This is not just fan art. We might even see these things in the next Mass Effect, so don't you dare click off the video. But before we do this, I just gotta ask you guys to smash the like button and pause the video and follow me on Twitch and Instagram. And if you have the time for it, why don't you just check out the gear that I'm using for my PC? I've included Amazon links in the description below. Oh, and wanna know something cool? Even if you don't buy that specific thing in the link, but something entirely different through that link to Amazon, I still get paid. Mind-blowing, right?
Wow!
Anyway, I'll stop shilling now. So what we're gonna do here is that I will showcase Ben's art for these species that were conceptualized, and then I'll give you my own 2 cents on it, while also letting you guys in on a very important secret that Ben told me. As well as his own explanation to why these didn't make it into the game. Sound good? Alright, then grab a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and check out these different amazing concepts that were made by one very talented individual. Alright, so let's just analyze this for a moment. I gotta say that I'm in love with everything that Ben does, and some of these concepts really tell us how much Bioware were at first willing to include for Mass Effect Andromeda. At the beginning of the showcase, we see what resembles the Angara taking shape, and as we move on, we get more and more of these really alien-looking, well, aliens. Some of them look extremely organic, and one wonders if maybe some of the bony looks that we got with the Ket started somewhere with these concepts. Then we have these guys who look like they belong in different environments. Maybe this one to the left would be the encounter on the planet you visit for PB's loyalty mission, as it almost looks like it's covered with magma. The middle one seems to fit into the world of Vold, with its icy look. And then we have this guy, who almost immediately reminded me of the adjutants from the Omega DLC. It has this weird purple color that's very reminiscent of biotic energy fields. I'm especially fascinated with this long boy right here. The neck opening up like gills could have been an incredibly cool detail when these things were either communicating or plainly just mad, like we see here to the right. There's also these strange beings that almost looks like from the same species. And they have these special organic abilities where one can make a shield out of its arms and the other can swell its muscles and turn into a straight up Hulk. Now you might be asking, why the hell didn't these make it into the game? Well, one simple explanation would be the lack of resources and time, and this seems to be the truth, but with an added layer. According to Ben, the development team knew that people would start missing the old races if they weren't very prominent throughout the game. So a lot of focus were put on the same old races, like the Asari, Turian, and Krogan, which meant that the resources to develop additional intelligent species were effectively non-existent. This doesn't mean that Bioware hasn't learned their lesson though, as Ben finished this comment with saying that developing new races has probably moved up the priority list. So we're probably going to see some sort of resemblance of these guys in the next Mass Effect. At least, I hope so. And probably so does Ben. Now you're all wondering what I meant about this important thing that Ben talked to me about. Unfortunately, I cannot share our conversation because, well, you know, privacy and all that. But he did tell me something along the lines of how engaging the community gives the developers a chance to see what people want to see and don't want to see. This pretty much boils down to Bioware is listening. Now just so you know, Ben is no longer working at Bioware, but he's extremely passionate about the franchise, and him saying this is probably because this is what he did himself when he was on the development team. He was looking at what the fans liked. So, here's my challenge to you, Sven Squad. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Which of these concepts are your favorites? Do you think that we need a lot more races, or should Bioware give us just a couple more intelligent races? Also, go ahead and check Ben's ArtStation out. You won't regret it. And as always, have a great day, Sven Squad. MrHulthen out.